Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my corner of the internet. Once again, my name is Jason, and today we're playing Cluck Yegger, Escape from the Planet of the Poultroid. I think I got the name right. I needed to double check that. Basically, we'll give a short history. I'll give a more in-depth history later on. This is essentially I don't want to say a clone. I want to see it as more of a parody. I'll explain a little bit about that. It's kind of something, if you're familiar with Five Nights at Freddy's, where you're sitting in one spot, you have different cameras, and you're stopping things from getting to you. It's a horror game. It's scary. It's great. And I love that there's this option here, and I'll be showing off both of these options later on in the video. So let's go ahead and get things started here. Warning, the following game contains jump scares of a cartoony nature that may be too intense for young children, die-hard adventure gamers, or those with poor to non-existent resource management skills. Those easily frightened or suffer from acute electrophobia, Google it, really, I'm not doing it for you, should play Cluck Yegger Escape from Planet of the Poultroid in Tame mode. So we've got I'm not scared, let's play, or Mommy, don't let the scary chickens get me. We're going to start in scary mode, or the normal mode, we'll say, and we'll get things started. Now, there is a bit of a story. I don't want to spoil everything, so I probably will not make a full playthrough of this. We'll probably keep going, just so that I can show off the game, as is typical with my we'll say at a glance series. So we're in Alpha Beta Quadrant. Cluck Yegger, Free Ranger, races towards the planet Poultroid to confront his old nemesis, Colonel Xanders. Just this opening line should give you an idea of what to expect. This is a parody game. Kind of. That's what the two guys from Andromeda do best, I think.
Excelsior hailing planet Poultroid. This is Cluck Yegger, Free Ranger. Under authority of Galactic FDA, you are hereby ordered to cease operations for my inspection.
Well, cock-a-doodle-doo. If it ain't my most prized chicken come home to roost, I do declare.
That's right, Xanders. I swore I'd return to shut down your little freak factory. Now it's time to make good on that promise. Oh, yeah.
Well, now that's a whole lot of squawk for an overgrown feather-brained Poultroid. Have you forgotten where you come from, boy? I reckon you need to be taught a little lesson in respect.
We're right into that one. I'm hit. Mayday. Yegger down. Repeat. Yegger is down.
And then we're down. And then we're greeted with the title screen, Cluck Yegger in Escape from the Planet of the Poultroid. Just the visual style of the main screen, the font in the background, it's got that, this screams that classic, I want to say like 60s kind of horror film. It came from the Black Lagoon almost kind of thing. Now it says continue night one. I have made it past night one. But I went and restarted the game because I wanted to try things out in tame mode and stuff like that. But basically, this is the main screen. If you hit escape here, you will be knocked out of the game, so don't hit escape. Not here anyways. So basically, we have our instructions. We're going to go ahead and read the instructions so you know exactly what to expect. So, famed Free Ranger, Cluck Yegger, by the way, there's a pun in there. Just think about it for a bit. Has been shot out of the sky by none other than his old arch-nemesis, Colonel Xanders. There's also a parody thing there, too. Cluck's downship is running on limited auxiliary solar power that he charges during the daytime. Confined to his cockpit at night, Cluck must use the following controls to help him survive nightly visits from four hungry... You're distracting me. From four hungry, genetically modified Poultroid unleashed by Xanders. Holy crap, I can't talk without my hands. Here we go. Hands behind my back. Cameras. Switch between multiple cameras to see what is happening around the environment. Camera lights. Press the camera light buttons to activate each camera's different modes of illumination that can be used to Cluck's advantage. Okay, I gotta use my hand now. Doors. Closing cockpit doors will block wanted visitors, but will also use more power. Door lights. Help Cluck see what could be standing in the doorway. Battery meter. Keep a close eye on the battery level and power usage display. The colored bars indicate the rate of power drain you use the ship's cameras, lights, and doors. Listen for audio cues that might help discern what is nearby. That's really important. Not kidding. So let's go ahead and start a new game, and we'll start explaining things a little bit more. So first things first. Like I said, if you're expecting straight up...
Log entry. Cluck Yegger. My ship was forced down by some kind of electromagnetic storm generated by Xanders. I don't like that guy. It'll take several days to make repairs. Unfortunately, the ship is unlimited auxiliary power, so I've got to keep a close eye on that energy meter and recharge the solar cells during the day. Solar cells during the day.
Bit of a hiccup there.
Boy, don't you know, chickens can't fly. Why, you've done gone and crashed smack dab in front of my R&D facility. How fortuitous. You'll have to forgive my manners, though, for not rolling out the red carpet in person. See, I'm currently off-site for the grand opening of my newest BFC location. Don't you worry, Cluck. It looks like you'll be properly greeted soon enough by my, welcoming committee. See, that little electrical storm I whipped up seems to be playing havoc with the containment system. It's just a matter of time before my, product is running loose, looking for a snack.
It looks like I'll have to spend my nights playing Poultroid peekaboo with a brood of my mutated cousins.
All right, so hopefully I can go ahead and talk without dying too early because I'm going to be distracted talking to you guys. Basically, so this is the game. You start off in your cockpit, you can look back and forth, and you can see out the front view screen, there's the BFC location. What we can do is we can hit scan, and what that'll do is it'll actually scan the facility and give us access to the cameras.
The BFC security system giving me a good
now, if you don't hit scan, you can't access their cameras. I didn't notice a particularly bad energy drain for using the scan, so it seems to be okay. Now, when you're using the camera, when you do anything in this game, it drains your battery quicker. So you want to be careful with how you use your battery power. So we're going to go back to the camera, and we're going to see. We noticed in the lab we were actually missing 2. There's 4 different Poultroids that are inside the containment things, but they don't seem to be there anymore.
There is some bodacious fried
So we're going to use night vision a little bit to determine if we can't see where they are. No. Oh, there's one right there. What we're going to do... Oh, he may have moved. Okay, he's there. So we're going to hit the light, and that will sort of stun him. That'll keep him back a little bit. And then if we're going to hit the factory, there's another one right there. So these are the Poultroids. And so you can see them on... Oh, he may have moved. Okay, they're no longer there, so I'm wondering if they have left the facility. Every once in a while, your camera will go ahead and it'll flash and blast you with subliminal messages. Seriously, keep an eye out for that. There's little touches in the game that kind of really make things sort of fun / funny. So, like I said, you can take a look at... Actually, I'm going to look out here again. So basically, you got to use these remote cameras to sort of see where the things are. With all my talking, I can't really tell. I can't hear around me. It's making me a little bit nervous. It's the first night, though, so nothing should be too... Oh, there's one there.
The infrared sensor is great for spotting Poultroids in the dark and uses less power than the lights. Unfortunately, it doesn't do squat for discouraging their advance.
Now, yeah, typically when they leave the area, the BFC complex, you'll notice that you'll actually see them outside. So what I like to do is, we'll say time jumping back out to look out my window in time with the lightning. Now, I don't see any of them actually at the ship, and I don't see any of them. Oh yeah, there's one there. He's hiding behind the statue of Colonel Xanders.
The camera lights seem to stop them dead in their tracks. For a little while anyway. But the lights, cameras, doors, everything drains power. So I've got to conserve as much as possible. If I run out of power before dawn, well then, it's game over.
Now, I've never actually really spent a lot of time with Five Nights at Freddy's. It just didn't really appeal to me. The whole concept seemed very outlandish, and it didn't make any sense. It kind of took me out of the immersion. With this here, despite the fact that I'm playing a giant chicken, rooster, sorry. Well, it's the species of chicken, right? It's just quiet phone. There we go. Shine some light to maybe discourage them from advancing. I find the concept more believable than, say, what we got at Five Nights at Freddy's. So despite this being a parody, now let me give you a little bit of backstory here. Back in the 80s, the 2 guys from Andromeda, phone, stop distracting me. Sorry. Mark Crow, Scott Murphy created this series called Space Quest. Back in 2012, I think it was, they did a Kickstarter for a game called Space Venture. Now, they're still working on Space Venture, but in the meantime, for their backers, they decided they put together a little game. It's not just for their backers. This game is actually up on Steam Greenlight, so you can go ahead and I'll leave a link in the description below for you to go ahead and vote on it. But basically, anyone who backed Space Venture got themselves a copy of this game, so I figured, hey, let's go ahead and play that. So this kind of one has left the complex, but we're at 6 a.m., so we should be fine. So that's sort of where this game came from. It was, you know, they're still making that other game, but they had a hiccup, and rather than wasting time, they decided to, this is my understanding, I may be wrong, they went ahead and they made this little sort of side game, and basically what these guys do is, traditionally, in the Space Quest series, has been a parody of a lot of sci-fi things.
Log entry, Yegger. I survived the night. Of course I did, because I'm a survivor. Thank you, Destiny's Child. The Poultroids have retreated, for now. Apparently, they don't like light. I'll have to use the short days to make repairs, which by computer estimates will take 7 cycles. Oh, great. I hate prime numbers. I just gotta survive Xander's Poultroids in the next 6 nights. Yegger out.
So, anyways, they, that's kind of what they've done. It's this parody type thing. So, it doesn't feel cheap to me, necessarily, like them taking, we'll say, a Five Nights at Freddy's style and adding on to it, because, like I said, I know that they typically do, it's like a derivative. It's a parody work, right? It's like you wouldn't fault something like Spaceballs, right, for riffing on Star Wars. So yeah, from that perspective, and like I said, I find this, like I said, despite the fact that I'm a giant chicken, I find the whole concept a lot more believable. This actually feels scary. Five Nights at Freddy's, I'm like, a normal person would have been like, nope, screw this, I'm out. But this case here, there's an actual tension within the story. You know, Cluck is stuck where he's at. He has no choice but to be here. This is not just some paycheck to him. This is survival. Now we notice a giant egg seems to be cracking. That's a little bit alarming. Oh.
The infrared sensor is great for spotting.
Okay, so we see that they're in the lab. There are no lights, so we can only use the.
Discouraging their advance.
Okay, so it looks like they've left. I just want to see where he's at, so I can flash him with a light, and then I don't know how long you're supposed to stay on there with the light. So
for a little while.
What I've been doing typically is I flash it with the light and then jump back out. Then I'll wait a couple cycles. I measure my cycles by, let's say, bolts of lightning.
It's game over.
Flash them with light again, and then jump back in. Now, that does drain a lot more energy, but it does keep them in the complex longer, so it keeps them away from you. Which is kind of nice, because there's a gradual advance towards you. They tend to go from the complex, outside, and then, oh, one of them made it out. And then they tend to, I find most of the time they try to enter in through your your gear, like your landing gear. So he's still outside. I'm going to keep an eye on him. The second the lightning strikes and I don't see him there, then I'm going to start checking my ship. Now, I didn't talk much about this shield thing. This actually will not come into play until day 3. But you need to learn how to use that, because... Oh, no, crap. He's in the engine room. Or was it the cargo hold? Cargo hold. Are you still in there? Crap, no. Engine room. Quarters. Crap, where is he? Where is he? Air duct, left corridor, right corridor, engine room, cargo. Is he back outside? Oh, okay, there's 2 of them outside, but I didn't see the original one. Great. Now, they weren't lying when they said you needed to use sound. Oh, rear gear, turn on the light. Stop. Crap, I heard something in the air duct. Freaking thing! That's right, occasionally you'll get hit by lightning. And it'll actually close your doors or do something, the short circuit something, which will cause you to lose more power. Oh, turn on the light in there. Alright, now things are starting to get tense here. Now, I'm gonna jump. I hate this. I hate this freaking game because it actually makes me jump. It's actually, shine the light on you. Oh, crap. Did I do it too... Okay, I hear them. They're coming close. I'm low on power. One outside.
Uh-oh.
So,
auxiliary power is getting around.
yeah, I'm not going to be using my cameras anymore. Because I am extremely low on power. I don't think I've ever lost them the second night before. Might actually happen. Crap, no. I find it does a good job of introducing you to things, though. Like the first night, unless you're absolutely wasteful, you should be fine. But this, oh, we're 4 a.m. Now what happens is you'll turn on the light and you'll see a shadow if they're coming down the hallway. And right now I've got like next to no battery power. So I really don't want to use cameras or anything. 5 a.m. Crap. Okay, I think that came from my... I don't know, I'm hearing things now. I'm like, well, no, I know, obviously I'm hearing things. You can hear it yourself. But it sounded like it came from my left, but I think it was actually coming from everywhere. I think I might actually lose. Down to 5%. Oh, that's for my right. That was definitely for my right. $2% battery left. 1%. And daylight saves my life. I want to at least get to the third night because there's one mechanic, there's one thing you haven't seen yet, and that will come out on the third day.
I survived night 2 on this freak farm without becoming Poultroid chow. Repairs are on track with estimates, but that giant-sized egg is starting to worry me. Now I know what BFC really stands for. Big frickin' chicken. Yegger out.
That's right, the big frickin' chicken. And that shield button comes into play on the third night. I didn't know about this until like my second or third time through. So as a result, I died a lot. I lost. That was actually my first scare, was because of, we'll say, the big frickin' chicken. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to wait. I want to really preserve my battery power. I'm gonna wait until about 10. If I don't see them coming by about 10, then I'm gonna maybe jump on into the complex and start shining my light around. Oh, yeah, there's one already outside. He's still outside. All right, I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait. You know, I've had the scare done to me like twice now, and I still don't like it. Like I said, that lightning. Okay, so that put down my shield. Like the shield is basically, it goes down over your visor. All right, it's like a visor that goes down over the front of your cockpit. Engine room, quarters, air duct, cargo. Oh, okay. Notice on the floor there was some, looked like some grease. That means they've been through the cargo room. Oh, what's this? Ah, he's in the quarters. Oh, yes. So I've shown some light on there. Okay, he's not there anymore. I like that it gives you little traces that they may have been somewhere. Lights! No! I didn't hit lights quick enough. Are they still there? Please tell me that they're still there. One is still there. I'll hit you with the lights. Okay, I don't know where any of them are at now. There's a lot of grease in the cargo room. Cargo hold. Oh, crappity. No, phone, stop distracting me. No, phone, stop it. You're distracting me. You can thank my wife. She's messaging me, and I'm like sitting here trying to focus on not dying from fried chicken. Mutated fried chicken. Well, I guess they're not technically fried at the moment, but... Okay, I'm just gonna bide my time a bit. Now, what got me... If you pay attention, it should happen any moment now. That's not what I was talking about. But something will happen, and I don't want to spoil it for you until it happens, and then you can look and be like, "Oh my goodness, Jason! Oh my goodness!" Okay, 2 of them are outside. If we actually, I didn't scan. If we look back at the silo, something is coming out of the giant egg. Oh yeah. Oh, look in the silo. The silo's been open. You can see the ship shaking. Why is the ship shaking, you might ask? Crap. Ah! No! Shield! Did you see him in the corner? Now he's trying to break through the shield. That is what you use the shield for. When the big frickin' chicken comes out to play.
Uh-oh. Auxiliary power is getting low.
Okay, I think he's walking. Okay, he's gone. He's walked around towards another part of the ship, so we should be fine. He can only get us. Okay. No. I think we might actually survive the night. Nope. Yes! Oh, man. So, there we go. I've gone ahead and showed off all three days. I think I've shown enough of the game at this point.
I survived night 3. Repair status report. I've detected an anomalous frequency modulation in the temporal bearings of the unilateral phase detractors. Yeah, I did all that, and I know what all that means. I'll need to compensate for the gravimetric charge imbalance by rerouting through the turbo encapsulator. Oh yeah, each night the Poultroids seem to be coming faster and more aggressively. Fun times. Yegger out.
I love how the fence is broken this time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna purposefully die here, just so you guys can kind of see what that's like. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do everything we can to drain our power. Let's turn on all the lights, close the doors, put the shield on, scan, turn the lights on in here to start Oh, lights, come on, lights there. Just drain that battery so you guys could see. Ooh, there's some grease in here, which means they are probably already out of the building. Maybe. No. Oh, the big guy's coming for me already. You can hear him outside. And I love that tension when he's hitting on the shield. It's so good. It's so good. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Like I said, I haven't spent a lot of time with Five Nights at Freddy's, and I hate making that comparison because I think this game stands well on its own. And I notice small little touches, like every once in a while I'll be switching cameras, and there'll be like a little something flashes up on the screen, and you can tell it's like a subliminal type joke. So there's a lot of little things in this game that really make me really enjoy this. Like I love horror. I'm not big on gore, but this here I find it does a good job with the sound design. You know, you actually feel like these are creepy monsters just coming for you. And marooned on a distant planet in the middle of the storm at night, things coming around, and you're in a ship. It feels like Alien, you know? This just drips that sort of same scariness that, you know, we got from like, you know, the Alien series and stuff. So, it's, I don't know, I love it. I think it's actually really well done. And even, see, that's another thing I liked about the two guys' even approach to Parody and with like the Space Quest series, is that even if you didn't catch the references, it still sort of felt in universe, and it didn't feel like, oh, I'm missing a joke. A lot of times it felt like, okay, this is part of the universe, you know? A lot of the references, when I played the games as a kid, I didn't catch half the references, and they just sounded, hey, cool. It sounded like part of the Space Quest universe. And I feel like I got that same kind of feeling here with the Cluck Yegger game. Oh, I hate this. I'm taking my headphones off slightly, because it's loud. But I want to hear them coming, because it's really nice and creepy. Oh, I hate this part. Seriously, it made me jump. The first time it happened, it took me a while to regain my composure. Like, I was like, ah! It's not that bad, but it's... Oh, here he is. Hi, buddy. How's it going? That one actually wasn't as bad. Of course, my headphones weren't on, but it wasn't that bad. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn off the game, and then we're going to jump back in Tame mode, just because I want to show you, you know, in case you want to play the game, but you don't necessarily want to have that kind of scariness sort of thing. That actually wasn't that bad. I had gotten a different Poultroid that scared me, and I'll say that some of them are probably scarier than others. So, we'll be right back, and we're gonna show you, Tame mode. Mommy, don't let the scary chickens get me! Now, the nice thing about Tame mode is it turns this game into the horror game the whole family can enjoy. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and, we'll just go ahead and continue.
Log entry.
And we're gonna go do the same thing. We're gonna just go ahead, drain the batteries, so that, oh, that's cool. I didn't know you could click on stuff before you even got behind basically behind the eyes of Cluck Yegger. But yeah, I actually like that there is a Tame mode, because you still get that creepy atmosphere. Everything's the same. Everything is the same up until the jump scare. So it's like I said, it's nice for those who might want the experience without the horrible crushing anxiety that comes along with it. I should have just let the thing through the shield. That would have been a lot quicker than just draining the batteries, wouldn't it? Here he comes. Look out! It's Chick-fil-A! It's like Zilla and Chick-fil-A. Ready, set, end! So, if you want a horror game that you don't have to deal with jump scares, there's also an alternative there for you, which I think is a nice addition. So anyways, once again, that was Cluck Yegger in Escape from the Planet of the Poultroid. If you want to see how the story turns out, and maybe any new surprises and stuff, because the two guys tend to be pretty good at putting, like I said, little touches into the game there. So, I don't think actually any of the subliminal things came up during this this thing, so I'm wondering if that's completely randomized. There might be fun little Easter eggs to discover. Who knows? So yeah, it's on Steam Greenlight. You can go ahead and greenlight it, so that, you know, they can go ahead and make a sale. That should be in the description below. So yeah, if you liked the video, you like the content, please go ahead and give it a like. If you didn't like it, leave it just dislike. Either way, let me know in the comment section what you thought. If you had any questions about the game that I maybe forgot to answer, ask them, and I will be sure to look it up for you and give you that information. But yeah, until next time, I would like to ask you all to game on.